get you up to the speed on the latest in sports, I'm Denise Tan. 3 days since beginning trainings for the Asian Games, Gilas Pilipinas is still a little ways away from getting into competitive form. Gilas head coach Tim Cone says several adjustments are still needed within the team. Players are still confused by the styles and plays Coach Tim employs. The national team has only over a week left before the basketball tournament in Hangzhou begins. But Cone is confident that Pinoy squad will do just fine. Gilas opens its Asian Games campaign on September 26 against Bahrain. Just a couple of days after dislocating his right thumb, Gilas forward Calvin Abueva injured his other hand in yesterday's practice. The Beast sustained the injury after accidentally getting whacked by Motau Tua in one play. But like his first injury, Calvin said he did not mind the pain. On Monday, Abueva dislocated his right thumb after going up for a rebound, and then he popped it back in and resumed practice. Meantime, Coach Tim Cone is inviting the public to watch the joint practice of Gilas and their women counterparts. Gates of the PhilSports Arena in Pasig will be open to spectators later at 4 in the afternoon. Both teams are in the middle of their respective build-ups for the Asian Games in China, which opens on September 23. Coach Cone says they will try to make the training session more entertaining and interactive for the fans. The move to allow spectators into the practice is particularly aimed at promoting women's basketball in the country. Speaking of Gilas Women, the female national team ranked up 5 spots in the latest list released by FIBA. They are now number 37 in the world after their campaign in the FIBA Women's Asia Cup. Team Philippines was able to grab its first group stage win after beating Chinese Taipei. The victory also retained the national squad in Division A. With this, Gilas Women is now 7th in Asia. They're behind world number 2 China, Australia, Japan, Korea, New Zealand, and Chinese Taipei. USA remains the world's best women's team. We're taking a timeout. The game on One News Now will return after a quick break. Stay tuned. You're still watching the game on One News Now. I'm Denise Tan. Thanks for joining us. The in-transition Philippine Azkals show that the future is bright. That's after a comeback win against Afghanistan in a friendly game. Trailing 0-1, the Pinoys delivered 2 clutch goals in the 74th and 81st minutes to snatch the win. The victory made up for a disappointing draw against Chinese Taipei a few days ago, where the Azkals conceded the lead with 2 minutes left before the final whistle. Azkals games are part of their preparations for the FIFA World Cup qualifiers as well as the Asian Cup qualifiers, which begin in November. New York Jets quarterback Aaron Rodgers vows to rise yet again after suffering a shocking season-ending Achilles tear. In a social media post, Rodgers thanked those who reached out to him after the injury. While heartbroken, Rodgers said he'll try and see everyone again soon. The 39-year-old suffered the injury 4 plays into his highly anticipated debut with the Jets. This led some to wonder whether it could spell the end to 4-time MVP's career. He was seen as a key cog in the Jets' return to contention, having been out of the NFL playoffs since 2010. Despite losing Rodgers, the Jets still managed to win against the Buffalo Bills 22-16. The future Hall of Famer joined the Jets in a blockbuster offseason deal after 18 seasons with the Green Bay Packers. 2 Jordanian siblings are working double time in training in a bid to qualify for the upcoming Paris Olympics. 30-year-old Zaid and 26-year-old Taima were born into a family of table tennis lovers. Their father, Youssef, was a former national team coach and player. Youssef expertly trained them for hours in a small windowless room in their home. The family calls this a dream come true if they do qualify for the Paris Games. Get your fill of the latest in sports at onesports.ph. Meantime, the Newsday continues later at 4:30 p.m. I'll see you then. I'm Denise Tan. We are One News.